girl chat. I've been waiting all day, so let's do this. Let's get right to it. Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton has had a rough week after nearly fainting at the 9/11 memorial in New York City over the weekend. Very scary. And her camp later revealed that she was diagnosed with pneumonia. Now, her communications director acknowledged that they should have let the press know sooner about Secretary Clinton's condition. And in an article in Time, Ambassador Wendy Sherman commented on why women seem to consistently work through sickness and pain. Sherman said, working women have known for decades that even when you're sick, you work, and that she herself had brokered Iranian nuclear deals with a ruptured tendons and a broken nose. I mean, is she a boxer or what?
Oh my God. What was she doing?
A broken nose.
And some broken ribs.
I'm like, that's more than an ambassador, okay?
Yeah.
But you know what? This has become more than a political issue. Instead, it's a woman's issue.
Yes.
And, you know, I want to say that as women, we deal... See, what men don't realize is that from the time you're a teenager, you deal with something called a cycle.
Yes.
And that cycle, whether it may not be painful, for some it is, for some it's not, we just learn to deal with it, and we deal with it through all our lifetime. So if we get a little cold or a broken nose, we still going to work. That's just what we do. That's what we do.
I agree that women are some of the most resilient, strong humans out there. But I wonder, is it just women? Because I'm going to be real, it goes on both sides of the coin. I've always thought that it's a socioeconomic thing because I grew up poor, and when you have a certain fundamental need for money, you don't know what a sick day is.
Exactly.
You go to work because you don't know what's going to happen with that paycheck if you don't come in and take it.
That is true.
For real.
Very true.
To this day, if I'm sick, and you guys will forgive me, but if my nose, unless my head is not attached, I will be sitting here accepting my paycheck.
So will I.
You know what I mean?
So will I.
You
Absolutely.
too?
I have to say, I've never experienced just the strength of being a mother when you're sick and a mother. Because there's no days off when you're a mom and you're sick. Remember when I had bronchitis here? I couldn't go to work, but I was nursing my daughter. I had to go home, and I had to pump and still feed my child. There was no time to just, like, you know, relax and rest. But I don't know, I just think women naturally are G's because we go through...
We're such G's!
We go through... Like you say, G's! I know it's like a 2000, like early 2000 term, but seriously,
we gonna have to get you up on the term.
Hey!
A G.
Okay, Lonnie, fine. But y'all know what I meant.
But I want to piggyback on what you said because you dealt with a pregnancy while doing a show. And you did it like a real trooper.
Yes, you did.
Do you remember me walking up those stairs?
In heels.
In heels.
Well, she was pregnant and still in stiletto. I was like, take those off. I can't even wear that.
Guys, I would like to say that I have perfect attendance here at the Rio.
You do! Wait,
I've never missed the show. Ever. I have never, ever missed the show. Yeah.
What are you talking? Well,
no, you don't.
No.
You have
yes,
to
I
leave.
do.
Do you?
No.
Has Lonnie
You
missed a day,
did. You missed half a day.
A half a day, but that wasn't my fault. Let's not bring it back up. Let's not bring it back up. Let's remind everybody.
Perfect attendance. And one time I had drank way too much coffee, you guys. Do you guys remember when I drank way too much coffee?
Oh, you had
she left for half a show.
No, I didn't. I did the whole show.
You did.
So I worked through it. The paramedics came here, you guys. I drank way too much coffee, and I found out that I'm caffeine sensitive.
That's right.
You guys ever had too much coffee? You swear you're gonna have a heart attack?
411, guys. 411.
Yeah, I don't play those games. So, the paramedics came here and everything, and we still went on with the show.
Yes, you did.
Yes, but again, women, we are the ones that go through childbirth.
Yes.
We are strong like no one will ever understand, and so I am proud to be a woman.
Me too.
I'm proud that we have hard work ethic, we're strong, we handle it.
And we get the job done.
Yes.
That's right.
Lady.
Yes.
Right on, sister.
I love it.
There we go.
Okay, now from a big issue to a small tip. Pittsburgh Steelers running back DeAngelo Williams got put on blast, y'all, after leaving a 75-cent tip on a $128 bill. Lonnie, So the waiter even tweeted out the receipt proving the whole thing.
Wow.
And instead of it ending there, a series of tweets, D'Angelo defended himself, explaining that the service was terrible, including waiting over an hour for his food, you know how that is when you're hangry, and never getting drink refills, and that it was his right to leave the tiny tip. So the server actually ended up losing their job because of the entire incident. So I want to ask y'all, is it okay to leave a small tip? Okay, and should the server have ever been fired because they tweeted their tip retaliation?
Okay, let me first say that the owner of the restaurant saw everything that happened, and he said that, you know, in his view, what the waiter did was wrong. So in his eyes, the customer is always right.
Yes,
that's why he got fired.
Yes. Okay, and there's always two sides to every story.
No, that's very, very true.
At the same time, I feel like I have a right to say this because as an employee of TGI Fridays in Campbell, California, I wore 436 pieces of flair, guys, and saying enough happy birthdays to say, just keep in mind that when you don't tip a server, they are still tipping out to the people who help them bring you your service. The busser, the host, the bartender. And then sometimes they get taxed on the total amount of the bill. So you just gotta remember that they're gonna get screwed if you don't pay the tip. However, I believe in good service. I eat out almost every day. So at least maybe take care of the people that did make your service comfortable, so that they know you're not being shady, that you're just like, I'm taking care of the bartender because you hooked up those old fashions to get me through my late food. You know, whatever it may be.
If we're honest, you guys, does anybody feel that lately tips people, the waiters, or just people in general, feel that they are entitled to a tip? What is up with that? I'm like, this is an extra. This is a bonus. This is if I feel it in my spirit. I only give Jesus 10%, and I'm here giving you 25.
Right, but not when you're serving. When you're serving, though, when you're serving, you work minimum wage, and you don't get sick days.
But I don't like the entitlement.
Yes,
I don't like the entitlement of you think that because
and that is where I think that is where the waiter messed up. He should have first looked at, the tip and reflected a little bit, self-reflected and said, wait a minute.
He reflected now, I'll tell you that much.
Seriously, I think that if he would have just paused for a second and saw the tip and said, wait a minute, what did I do to deserve this instead of being, prideful or entitled? He probably would still have his job. You gotta think before you tweet sometimes.
It's an NFL player. Don't forget that. They also think just because you have
he's a star or you
that's not fair.
Because would he have done that if it was just a regular Joe Schmo?
No.
But because it was an NFL or a so-called celebrity, he goes out and tries to embarrass him. I mean, I go out and every time I go out, now, people... They like, Lonnie, we know you're not drinking. I went out last night. We know you're not drinking. But they go extra. Usually when you're a celeb, they go extra on you. Or if they recognize you or know you, they'll go extra on you. So it really makes you feel guilty because you're like, dang, I really got to give them.
Wait, if someone recognizes you, you definitely try to leave a better tip, right?
You guys do.
Oh, I know, you guys do.
You're naturally, so that they don't
I'm naturally a really, well, speaking of tips, I've got a hot one for you.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm so excited. In an interview with E! News at the Toronto International Film Festival, Justin Timberlake revealed that he would be happy to collaborate with his ex, Britney Spears, who recently said she was interested in working with JT again.
You guys!
How cool is that?
That would be awesome.
That is so cool that they want to make beautiful music together.
So cool.
Right? Because I was a fan of JT and I also was a fan of Britney Spears. But I think it's so cool that they're able to put their past behind them and do something for the fans. I love that.
Come on.
Because people have been asking about that for years.
What if they came out with duo denim again, you guys? But
that
like a
would be
fly
Oh my God, it's right there, the picture.
What if they did that like a 2016 version? Would we die? I would.
That was pretty epic.
Cute. What do you guys think? Do you think it's cool? Not?
I think it's amazing. I think once you get to a certain age, when you look back, at the people you dated back then, you've come so far. He's a married man. She has children.
Kids.
Yeah, they're just so far past that. I think it would be pretty awesome.
I want to see Nelly and Ashanti get back together. That's what I want to see.
Oh, wait. You know who I saw?
His new girlfriend is not going to appreciate you saying
that.
that.
No, I'm talking about Emma Song.
Oh, song.
I still think
Okay, you know who I saw on Instagram, a recent posting? Erykah Badu and Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were
That would
such
be
a
amazing.
creative duo.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, that would be good.
Would you work with an ex?
It would depend on who the ex was.
Yes.
And then if it benefited both of us in a positive way, and if the fans really wanted it, yes.
And if Housley was cool with it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I
Of
would
course.
think that would be the first thing. Like, if my man is cool with it, like we're all in a good
Yeah.
place and there's respect there, then yes, I just wouldn't
It's
do
just
anything.
a song, though.
Yeah.
It's just a project.
No,
I mean,
but what if
Nah,
they
you-
made
you
with
have-
the song comes
you
a
haven't been in
video?
the studio?
A video.
Come on. With the song comes a video, and then you gotta, like,
No.
move the hair out of the eye.
Yeah, music video,
Ooh,
smooching.
stop it. You're turning me on right now.